Hi students, for today's topic, I will teach you how to evaluate limits using direct substitution. For this part, we will focus with case number 1. If the answer is not undefined, then that is the limit. Meaning if you don't have your final answer as 0 over 0 or any number over 0, then your answer is already the limit. Let's have your first example. For your first example, we have here the limit of x cubed minus x squared minus 4 as x approaches 2. So what you're going to use here is just direct substitution. When we say direct substitution, if you are given any values of x, what you are going to do is to change all of the values of x's on the value given. For this case, your x here would be 2. So let's start. In here, this would be quantity 2 cube minus 2 squared minus 4. Let me correct my parentheses first. So there you go. So what you're going to do here is to simplify it first. This would be equal to 2 cube is 8 minus 2 squared, that would be equal to 4 minus 4. If we will simplify this one, that would be 8 minus 4, that is positive 4. Positive 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. So meaning, your limit is defined as 0 if you are looking for the limit of x cubed minus x squared minus 4 as x approaches 2. Let's now proceed with your second example. For the second example, we would like to know what is the limit of negative x squared over 2 plus 2x plus 4 as x approaches 1. So in here, the value of x is 1. So this would be simply negative, then positive 1 squared over 2 plus 2 times 1 plus 4. So this would be equal to negative 1 half. So 1 squared is just 1. Then 2 times 1, that is positive 2 plus 4. So let us simplify this one. So instead of using negative 1 half plus 2 plus 4, let's get the LCD of each. So this would be equal to negative 1 half plus 4 over 2. Just to have the same denominator here, 4 over 2 is just 2 also, plus 8 over 2. So let's simplify. So this would be negative 1 plus 4 plus 8 over 2. Since you already have the same denominators here. So negative 1 plus 4, that is positive 3. Positive 3 plus 8, that is 11. So meaning this would be equal to 11 over 2. Your limit here is defined as 11 over 2, or the limit of negative x squared over 2 plus 2x plus 4 as x approaches positive 1 is equal to 11 over 2. Let's proceed with example number 3. For your example number 3, we would like to find out what is the limit of negative x minus 4 over x squared minus 6x plus 8 as x approaches positive 1. So let's just substitute positive 1 to all the values of x's. So this would be equal to negative 1 minus 4 over 1 squared minus 6 times 1 plus 8. So let us simplify. This would be equal to negative 1 minus 4 is negative 3 over, then this would be positive 1 minus 6 plus 8. So since this is negative and this is negative also, we can just rewrite this as positive 3 over the simplified form of your denominator would be 1 minus 6, that is negative 5. Negative 5 plus 8, that is positive 3. And 3 over 3 is equal to 1. Meaning, the limit of negative x minus 4 over x squared minus 6x plus 8 as x approaches 1 is defined as positive 1. Let's proceed with your fourth example. For your fourth example, we have the given here as the limit of negative square root of 2x plus 4 as x approaches 3 halves. So just the same here, what you're going to do is to substitute x or to substitute 3 halves to all the values of x's here. Then simplify and get the square root of it. So let's try to solve. This would be equal to negative. Don't forget that we have the negative sign here. So this would be negative square root of 2 times 3 halves, the fraction here, plus 4. So this would be equal to negative square root of 2 multiplied by 3 halves would be 3 only, since 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 1 multiplied by 3 is 3. So this would be 3 plus 4. So in here, this would be equal to negative square root of 7. So this can be your final answer now, meaning the limit of negative square root of 2x plus 4 as x approaches 3 halves is defined as the square root of or the negative square root of 7. Let's have your last example for this video. So for the last example here, we would like to know what is the limit of negative x minus 3 all over x squared plus x plus 1 as x approaches 3 halves. In this example, we just change all of the values of x's into 3 halves. So let's do this one. So this would be equal to negative 3 halves minus 3 all over 3 halves squared plus 3 halves plus 1. Then in here, since there is a fraction involved, what you're going to do before we add or subtract, you have to find out what is the LCD. So in here, for the numerator, the LCD of negative 3 halves and negative 3 would be 2. So this would be negative 3 over 2 minus, instead of using 3, we multiply 3 by 2, that would be 6. Then we copy the denominator 2. Then for the denominator, 3 squared, 3 over 2 squared, that would be 9 over 4 plus 3 halves plus 1. And that would be equal to negative 3 minus 6, that is negative 9 over 2 all over the LCD of 9 over 4 and 3 halves and 1 is 4. So this would be 9 over 4 plus, then instead of using 3 halves, we will use 6 over 4 plus 4 over 4. Take note of this. The lowest term for 6 over 4 is just 3 halves only. 4 over 4 is 1. Our goal here is to have same denominators so we can perform addition. So this will be, so let's continue it here. So this would be negative 9 over 2 over 9 plus 6 is 15 plus 4, that is 19 over 4. Then when we multiply this part, negative 9 times positive 4 is negative 36 over 2 times 19, that is positive 38. Then we can still get the simplest form for this one by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 2. So this would be equal to negative 18 over 19. So in here, the limit of negative x minus 3 all over x squared plus x plus 1 as x approaches 3 halves is defined as negative 18 over 19. So that would be all for today. So again, our topic is all about evaluating limits using direct substitution. And this is just the part one of the series. For the next video, I will give you additional examples. Then for part three, we will focus with indeterminate and undefined limits. So once again, thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button for you to be notified on my next video. So bye!